So this is the final lecture in week 13. So we did a project evaluation in regards to the project that everyone completed. So this project had 7 questions. I'm glad that so almost like everyone in this class were able to complete 5 questions like 100% correct. Um, Question 6 or maybe question 5 in some cases, right? So some students need to little bit maybe fix it. Question 7 was a challenging question, right? So no doubt, right? So because question 7 technically just simply bring you into the idea that how to implement a business logic, right? So in a database system, right? So because the question we're asking you, to organize or balance the sections of, classes, right? And I understand, doing that job requires some sort of maybe um, programming skill, creativity sometime, right? So, and this wasn't, the topic that we covered up here. So, since in, other semesters, you are going to, work on this, environment, uh, even if you are not, in the development stream courses and you wanted to stay with the database stream courses, you still, need to have some understanding about how a business logic in a real world scenario can be implemented using the database system, right? So I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess 4 teams, right? So try to tackle this question. 2 of them were able to complete it, right? So and I guess I'm gonna ask one of them, the Gray team, right? So Gray, so would you be able to share your solution with us and then just walk us through a little bit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm gonna make Gray as a presenter, and the floor is yours.
So, am I visible?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. So, let me make this bigger. So, for the question 7, we need to create a function which is returned all section ID, which has a student more than the threshold number, and the procedure is gonna take this section ID and moved some students into the new section ID. So for this one, first of all, I create a array, and the array is gonna collect all section ID. So I can create our array, and inside the function we have a parameter which is we pass the thresholds, and this function return this array, and we have some variable. First variable is gonna is a number data type, and is gonna this is used for index of array, and second variable is gonna it is our instance of array, and the last variable is gonna is a number data type, and is gonna get the number of student, and we have a cursor. This cursor is gonna count student ID and get the section ID from enrollment with a group by section ID, and inside the begin and end block, so we just extend our variable, and inside the for loop, so we just get all data from our section, and then we just get the number of students assigned to our variable. If the number of students bigger than our thresholds, and then is gonna collect this section ID into our array, and we also need to increase our index of array, and also we extend our array. This loop is gonna keep going end of our cursor, and we also end this function, we return our array. So we can create our function, and also we can test it. What is our section ID which has student bigger than 10. So we can see that 89, 99 and 101 has a student bigger than 10. Also we can see that, or for example 99, and we have 12 students in this section. So for the procedure, we just pass section ID as a parameter, and we have some variable. So first variable is our counter for the loop, and the second variable is gonna get the total student, and the last variable is gonna get the section ID, and we have cursor. This cursor is get student ID and the section ID from enrollment table, and we have condition section ID must equal to our parameter. So inside begin and end block, we just count all students ID and assign to our variable from enrollment student, and our condition is section ID assigned to our parameter. If the total student bigger than 10, we need to create a new section ID with a sequence. So and we create a new section ID and assign to our variable, and we need to insert this new section into the section table. So for this new section, we just need to change our section ID, but rest of them must remain same. This is why we just copy the old same data from our old section ID, and we have condition section ID must equal to variable this condition. So inside the for loop, we are just getting all data from our cursor, and if our counter, we have a counter, because of that we are we need to know that which student moved to the new section ID. So this is why we have counter, and if counter bigger than the 10, we need to update this record. So we need to update the section ID with a new section ID, and we have our condition is here, and student ID is coming from our cursor, and also section ID is coming from cursor. So this is our counter that increase every all loop, and so this loop is gonna end of this cursor. So we can just create this procedure, and also we can test this procedure. Before test it, we need to create a save point. For that, if we test this procedure to the 99 section ID, and we can take a look inside the 99 section ID, we can see that we have only 10 students. And then if we try to find this new section ID, our new section ID 218, and if we change this, for example 218, we can see that our students, which is 282 and 283, they are in the new section. So if we roll back to our old data, and we will see that if again take a look at the previous one, we can see that 282 and 283 before they are in the section 1999. And so if we create another save point, and then this is a final anonymous block. So this is just get the all section ID from the function, and then pass it to our procedure, and it's gonna move all students to new section ID, and we can again check this. For example 99, we will see that we have only 10 students. If we check for example 101, and also we will see that we have only 10 students. If we make a rollback, and then if we check the section ID 101, we will see that we originally have a 12 student. So this is the solution of question 7, sir.
All right, so very well done. So how did you come up with this idea to use transaction save points and data structure grid?
So we were using this save point in the first semester. Actually, we used it a lot. So and also, you know, I'm testing. So and the new students move to the new section ID. I have to roll back. You know, I have to test it a couple of times for the presentation or for anything else. This is why I'm creating a save point and roll back.
I see.
It just makes it so easy.
Yeah. So without this, you have to keep, deleting and updating data and use some temporary table. But using this, just reduce the, those extra, temporary data, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So